Okay, there we go. Hi. Hi. Happy Monday. And you know what Monday it is? The 1st of July. Did you guys have a good July 4th? Did you see fireworks? I want to hear about it. Tell me in the comments. Tell me everywhere. Please and thank you. I would love to know. Tell me what you did. That's not what we're here for. We have a very important mission, and we're going to talk about that. However, I also need to know, can you see me? Can you hear me? If you can see me, if you can hear me, please put a comment in the commenting places. If you are on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, if you are on YouTube's, you should be able to see me. So talk to me. Hi, Tickety Tockety, you're still here. I'm not going to show you my guest, but just like imagine, I guess. Thank you so much. Okay, so what do I do? Okay, now, before the spectacular guest, I need y'all to hear me. Do you know who I am? Have you met me? Have you seen me before? Okay, if you've never met me, if you've never seen me, hi. My name's Tenille. I guide people through reclaiming their identity and designing a full life, even through diagnosis. So, we're here. We are about to have an amazing guest, and I want you to be on your best behavior. And that means you comment, you like, you share. Don't embarrass me, okay? We out here. We need to make sure everybody knows we out here. We bring the fire, okay? The loopies, the chronically ill, the spoonies, all of us, okay? This weekend was a celebratory weekend, and we're carrying it over to the Monday. The Monday, we're excited. I want fireworks, okay? I want excitement and good. You can give me some good questions. Don't play. Do not play. We're doing good stuff over here, okay? All right, y'all. So now, I know the long awaited. I know you're excited. Okay, so this man that I'm about to bring on, okay, not a chronically ill person. No, not. However, been my mentor for 3 years and been like brave enough to step up to the plate to a chronically ill person who had every excuse in the book from A to Z, okay? Has not lost his patience, has not punched me in the face yet. You know what? He's doing amazing because a lot of people cannot handle the way that I am in general. And he takes it with such grace, and he is the type to pray for you instead of to yell at you. And I love that. That's how I get down. He's actually brought me way closer to Christ, and that's like I didn't know that I wasn't close to Christ until he brought some things to my attention. I was like, oh, wait, you might be right. I need to think about that. So without further ado, please welcome the icon himself, Darren Walker.
Miles, can you see me? Can you hear me?
I can see you. I can hear you.
I mean,
How are
Tenille.
you?
Tenille, I call you Smiles.
Oh yes.
I'm
So
like
that
fucking
nickname that I talk
Marvel.
about only really in my masterclass, is because of him, because he be nicknaming people willy nilly, and it's a great time. So, thank you for being here, sir. Could you let our audience know who you are, where you're from, and what you do?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, hold on. Am I able to share gratitude before I do that real quick? Is that okay?
Of course.
Okay, so my name is Darren Walker. I'm 40 years strong from the Bronx, New York. My entire family is Jamaican. I'm the baby boy in the Bronx. I'm Jamaican, but I'm a little starstruck right now. I've been waiting to be asked to be on the Happily Healed with Tenille podcast for I don't even know how long, over 2 years, 2.5, maybe 3 years. If you've been a guest on here, God bless you.
Mm,
You've made it. A brother just trying to make it out here right now to be on
mm,
this podcast. But no, seriously, Tennille's, um, serving people, selfless, caring about people. I would say that Tennille's the thing that blows me away is the fact that she doesn't always see how much value she brings to someone else in overcoming illness, in overcoming mental hardship, in overcoming the things of the world, especially if you're a loopy warrior. Shout out to the loopies out there. We love you. We appreciate you. You guys need a milestone or a monument of yourselves somewhere just because you're overcomers. I'm sure there might be somewhere. But I'm grateful to be here, and I'm really, really thankful. Give God all the glory. But yeah, I'm Darren. I'm a first of all, through and through, I'm a believer in Christ. I am a husband to my beautiful wife Sarah, father of 4 babies, 8, 6, 4, and 2. Kingston, Faith, Zeal, and Praise. I love helping people unlock their potential, their iconic, unique genius. I love helping people earn 6 and 7 figures in the marketplace. I call it the MPM, the marketplace ministry, and that's what we do. We help people earn income by being themselves for a living, so they can impact the people they're called to impact through their story, through their gifting, and through their testimony. Been doing that in the online space for over September will be 5 years, but been working with people as an entrepreneur since I got laid off of my first job and the last job ever March 3rd, 2012. So it's an honor to be here. I don't take this time lightly. And I know that people want to hear less about me per se and more about you, Tenille, and how we can help serve them. So that's what I want to do.
Thank you so much. I appreciate all the nice things you say about me all the time. Um, I want there's so much that I want people to understand about you as somebody who knows you and has known you for a hot minute. So, like, this is the thing, y'all. We were in a company together, and I kind of knew him, but I didn't really know him. You know what I mean? Like, I knew kind of, like, I would say hi, he would say hi, he was like hi, but like we didn't know each other. And through this 3 years, I've really gotten to know him. And when you really know somebody, you can really trust somebody, and that's where I'm at with it. Like, if I had to make a phone call, like, this is gonna save your life. We're on, what's that show? Want to be a millionaire? Like, call one call, and like I would call him. You know what I mean? Like that's how much I trust him. So I'm trusting my audience with him, with you, sir, to be able to bring this fire, this Jamaican fire that you have. Okay, so now how your story starts in 2012, and my story also starts in 2012. And we had like we both worked at that hospital, different times. We both worked in that hospital. I was in I was doing nutrition not residency, but like training. So I was doing my real life training there, and at the same time that you were working there. So and we never met. So it all was meant to be like this. So how do you see in people the best? Like we talk about that a lot, that you see what they can't even see. How do you see that? What is the lens that you're looking through? How do you do that?
Well, first of all, I think the to answer that question directly is to understand that when I call it the marketplace ministry, I see people, and let me just backdrop. I wasn't always like this. Like I give my life to Christ um 11 years ago, and Jesus changed my life. He really did. Like, and I think I just did a 2-day virtual event even last Monday and Tuesday, and when I did that event, more and more as I get closer to the Lord, more and more I'm realizing that I really want to just talk about him. And business and entrepreneurship is a vehicle that I do it in. And so if you're out there right now, I'm not pushing my faith on you, I'm not stepping back from it, I'm just letting you know that to answer your question, I'm going to use a scripture, and the scripture is Colossians 3:13. It says, "Bearing with one another and forgiving one another. If anyone has a complaint against another, even as Christ forgave you, you also must do." And I bring that up because when you ask me like how I help people and how I love people, and well, I'm looking at the way that the Lord has preserved my life, has helped me through things. If I've learned things over the years of entrepreneurship, through failure and hardship and just life, and through success, who am I to not share it with other people that are serious about wanting to learn? And so, I know I fall short before the glory of the Lord, but I also know that the Lord has given me value. Matter of fact, He's given me ministry. And so, what I want to do is I want to share that with people. So, I'm looking for people that, not that I could make money on. We've learned that we use money to build people. We don't use people to make money. And what I'm looking to do is actually serve the community. So um, it's to the best of my value. I don't always do it the best, but I do it with an attitude of excellence, not perfection. So what I do is I'm always looking through a lens of a person, like, how would I want the Lord to treat me in this circumstance and situation? And the last thing I'll say before I give it back to you to answer another question is, I learned this from my pastor years ago. He said, "I lead with a closed fist and an open hand." And I was like, "A closed fist and an open hand? How do you do that?" He goes, "If people are around me, I close my fist around them to protect them from in any way I can. But they also don't belong to me at all at the same time. So their hand is open if it's the right season, the right time for them to move on, whatever. I'm not here to hoard people. I'm here to give blessings and help people execute in their calling." So that's how.
Mm, mm. If you don't put notes in the chat, I'm fighting you. That was a quote, direct quote. Hello, internet, quote that somewhere, please. Thank you. That was so good. So now, oh my gosh, with did you know anything about chronic illness before you met me, like in your class, like before we started working together? What did you know about chronic illness or lupus or any of
Okay,
that?
that's a really great question. So yes, I was a part of a network marketing company in the past, and I actually did meet. I had someone a part of my team, lovely, lovely, lovely girl, but she had lupus, and she was just, and another girl had like low white blood cells. I don't know if she was lupus. I think she was though, actually. And so two girls, one I was closer than the other, but they were both mad cool. I really, really love them both. I don't know if they'll see this, but I'm not going to say their names, but I hope they're doing really well. But yeah, they were often sick, or like we would go to like training events, and they would come to the training event, and then from the training event, like run out of energy, or like be sick the week after. And I'm grateful that the Lord never made me like judgmental, although I took those businesses really seriously. And when people were slacking, I wouldn't mind calling them out. But it wasn't like that with these girls. It was like when they ran out of their energy capacity, they ran out of their energy capacity, and they needed to step away until the energy capacity was filled. I did not understand it, but I always did respect it. And so, but I really didn't understand the blessing, the fruit, the superhero-ness of lupus, chronic illness, um, and lupus people until I met you and some of your audience. I'm not even. This is not me buttering y'all up. You guys are not toast. I'm not buttering you up. The sheer power it is to present yourself in a way when you're almost kind of literally battling mental and physical sickness all the time and still operating at a high level. It's a choice. It's not easy. And so not only have I learned way more, but I have a utmost of respect and understanding, especially to those that don't know how to operate like you help them when they have been diagnosed, or there's fatigue, or it's messing with their business or their home life or their personal life or their creativity or their clarity. And so I've learned it more so from watching you and doing my own studies. And it's been an honor to learn and grow. And people need to be learning from you because I know there's blessing there.
And thank you. That was a stamp of approval if I ever heard one. So I love that you brought that up. It's very calculated. It is calculated. This man has seen me since I've worked with him. I've had COVID. I've had was it like shingles adjacent things. I've had lumps that they thought were the C word. I've had scary doctor's appointments. I've had all the things. However, I still show up to his classes. If I'm in a bed, if I have to lay down in class, I will be in class. I still show up for my clients, my people, it's very calculated. It's not a full stop on anything, on business, on any kind of your life. That company that we were a part of, when I first started traveling, the first training event I ever went to was in January of 2013. And I was so sick at the end of that training. My friends were carrying me, like both under my arm, just like my legs were swollen. I didn't know how to travel without swelling up, being just completely sick. I wasn't even vegan then yet. I was just a hot mess. It taught me, though. It taught me to learn how to do these things, to interact, to be a part of the community without killing myself, And all those lessons and all those years of, trial and learning brought me to his class and his, community, and people who will build me up when I was too scared to even think that I knew enough to tell anyone anything. They were like, girl, no, you're incorrect. I love them. Although there were times I was like, I will fight every single one of y'all. Stop telling me what I can do. But it's the most beautiful community, and but you'll have a chance if you are on this. You are within the sound of my voice, Simba. If all of this is yours, you can literally sign up to be in his masterclass and my masterclass. back to back. Okay. So, what is the date of your match list?
It's August 30th and September 1st. Whatever the last day in August and the first day of September is coming up in 54 days. I can put the link in the chat
Okay.
if you'd like at whatever point. But yeah, it's
Yes,
coming up.
please. So his is in August. Mine is this month, the 28th of this month, July. Okay. And we're gonna have the links everywhere. Person commenting. Who are you talking to? And you can stop commenting now. I see it. We see it. It's great. So now, so when I met you, or like when I started working with you, you only had a few kids, and now you have 1,000 kids. So, um, yes. So, is it your youngest that has a chronic illness, or is
Yeah,
it
so
your
our
second?
baby, his name is Praise. He has eczema. He when we look at pictures, he didn't have it until 8 months. It wasn't it what when he was breastfeeding, he didn't. It wasn't until he started to eat, you know, United States food. Um,
Yeah.
that's what I would call it.
Yeah.
And
Okay. So, how did you find out that that was happening? Like, what was the process of figuring out this is what it
I
was like
mean,
a diagnosis?
he would just he was like his wrists and his cheek and under his eyes and his neck and his back. It was his back and his back and his chest and his legs. They would just get like rashy, and he would be scratching and
Mm.
you
Oh,
know
that's heartbreaking. Baby
itching,
scratching.
super uncomfortable, not sleeping through the night. But also it wasn't just that. Very irritable, very sad, didn't have a lot of energy. It was really weird because our other three are, don't have that haven't shown that. Our daughter
Yeah.
Faith, we learned um, she's was allergic, had a dairy allergy, but we didn't know. We were bringing them to doctors for the longest, and I'm gonna just tell you this right now: we've had 4 kids. We got a friend at church that has 7, so we're not saying we have the most, but we have probably more than the average person. And
This is not a competition. Cut it out,
yeah, for
guys.
sure. We stopped bringing our kids to the pediatrician because we just felt like here in the United States they were talking about, oh, they're overweight, they're underweight, all these things. We're like, listen, they're babies, let them develop. But when we brought our daughter to the doctor here in the States to try to figure out what was wrong, it wasn't until we went to visit Australia that we went to a not like a regular doctor. I can't remember the name of the doctor, but
Naturopath.
yeah, like a naturopath doctor, and they were like, "Oh no," she said some kind of name, but basically she had too much dairy in her gut, and we didn't know her gut was big, and she was like, we were pulling on herself. We thought it was something else, but it was just we were feeding her cheese sticks and yogurt packs, and because the other kids were fine with that, and so when we realized it was a dairy analogy, so we stopped her on that. But the gut health is so important, so recently, we partnered with a company that was able to find us a something that we can give to our younger son. He's still. We honestly, my wife has made like kind of we cut socks and put gloves on him so he doesn't itch himself at
Oh.
night still. So he just turned 2 in January, but his energy and his personality is now broken out because it's been helping a lot. But it's been something that as a parent, as a person, you hate to see. It's tough. We have a lot of respect for it, and yeah, so we know people are going through way worse out there too, so we really have a heart for it. We want to serve people on that and pray for people definitely as we grow
Mm-hmm.
and open that. But it's been a blessing. It's made our family stronger. We're grateful. We still maneuver, like one of the scriptures that really has blessed us and changed our lives is, well, when Paul is saying, um the Lord is saying, my grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in your weakness, in Second Corinthians.
Amen.
And so we're just working on continue to have that perfect strength through our weakness that the Lord promises.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I say this in a million episodes. People, not intentionally, not on purpose, they do not care about chronic illness. I misspoke. It's an autoimmune thing that he has. It's not a chronic illness. It's autoimmune.
Yeah.
So they don't care about chronic illness, autoimmune diseases, or like things that are hard. Everybody has their hard. It's not a hard Olympics. Everybody has their thing, right? They do not care until it happens to them or someone that they love. It's just human nature, I suppose. So I advise that before it happens to you or someone you love, you find out more about it. Okay? You find out before it is your little 2 year old, before it is your baby girl, you find out more about chronic illness, autoimmune disease, and figure out what you're putting in your body. Like milk. Yes, she said she's allergic to milk. And actually, she is not a baby cow. So that makes a lot of sense. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She's a baby human.
Well, the
So
interesting thing
uh-huh.
though is very funny that my daughter, my wife, her family owns a dairy farm, like very very successful. So I agree. I'm an almond milk guy, but they drink milk. They love milk. So my wife, we stopped giving it to our daughter, um,
Mhm.
but she comes from a dairy farm family. So it's interesting what you put in your body. And I kind of want to switch. Is it all right if I ask you a couple questions here because the value is am I able to do that? Has anybody
The mentor
asked?
can't stop mentoring. All right, all right, all
Can,
right.
can
Go
I
ahead,
ask
go
you a
ahead,
couple questions? Well, I
go
mean,
ahead.
the thing is like your masterclass that's coming up. I've seen so much value from you and what you do. Can you just kind of give me one or two major points on why it's important to understand what you're putting in your body and how to approach a doctor if you feel like if you've been diagnosed or you think you will? Because I've just seen you help so many people and overcome it. So why it's important what you put in your body and how to prepare for doctors when you've been diagnosed. What would you say about that?
Okay, so I think that it is very easy to be desensitized to what your body is feeling, especially if you're in pain, especially if it's been a long term thing, and especially if you've spoken to a lot of doctors and they don't listen to you or care.
Right.
Because it's their job. They're just going to their job like everyone's going to their job, and they are not obligated to care. They're obligated to help find a solution. And if they've never seen someone with the problem you have in the way that you have it, then it is harder for them to find a solution. The best doctors have great bedside manner, and the others don't. Not our problem. We're going to function in the world no matter who the doctor is and how they react to us. You can always find another doctor.
Right.
What you put in your body has a direct effect in how you heal, how you
Mm.
grow, how you sleep, how your blood work is. And you can tell if you are paying attention. If you stop paying attention, if you are just like everything hurts and I don't care, then yes, you're probably eating something that is directly affecting the way a medication works, affecting the way you sleep, the way you are able to move, because you have different micro allergies in it. You have, you're not an animal. We're the only mammals that go out and seek out random mammals to drink their milk or random mammals to eat. Like, we're not lions. We have little itty bitty canine teeth. Y'all relax. Y'all don't need a steak. You need iron. You need, vitamins and minerals that you can take. Relax. However, people are so desensitized to how much water they're drinking, to how much greens they're eating, how much grain they're taking. Nobody knows. It's like a big mystery puzzle of like, oh, if I eat a burger bun, that's too many calories, so I can't have it. But your brain runs off of carbohydrates. So what are you doing? What are you talking about? So I want to clear the confusion. I want to help chronically ill people not feel so helpless in the way that they eat and the way that they take care of themselves, and to be able to speak up confidently to doctors about what they're being told and knowing they're not making a law. Doctors are not God. Doctors are people who are educated in a specific skill set that they only know as much as the book told them. Okay. And as much as they've seen. The amount of times that I've gone to a doctor's office and they told me, I've never seen something like this. That's impossible. And then my body proves them wrong every time, is not countable. We don't have enough numbers. Okay. So if I can be any help to anyone who has really serious questions about their own health or how to take care of themselves or how to speak to a doctor confidently and not shrink into yourself because you're in pain and you just listen to whatever the white coat says, I will do
Right.
that.
Well, here's the thing. Honestly, I've seen you. I've been able to experience you go to events, come to classes, help family, and do things. I've been able to experience you overcome life and sickness at the same time. You have found a way to not allow it, like to not dismiss it. It's real. You need to take the time recover when you need to recover. But you found I've seen you find a way, which I'm blown away by how you're able to overcome in the middle of still living life, not allowing people to affect you, words to affect you, just continuing to maneuver. And I know that's because you have strategies. I know that's because you have actual life experience and you have massive value. So I thank you so much for having me on and sharing this value. I'm not even going to put my link in this chat because all leads should be going to your masterclass coming up. So I have to hop off here soon, but I just want to
Yes.
let you know, Tenille, seriously, like it's an honor not just to even to watch you grow, but to be on here. And I'm just telling you, the best is yet to come. This is like the best is yet to come. You know, there's only going to be people on here saying negative things if you have something that's worth actually talking about. Spending time with you here has been an absolute blessing, and I'm so grateful that this market has someone like you that's faithful, hardworking, and determined, and it's just a next level time for you. So thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you so much for being here. Speaking, it was like how what the man has 47 babies and a wife and businesses.
I
Lots of
got four
business.
kids. Can you stop piling babies on my life?
47. It's about the same. It's about the same amount of work. Um, so thank you so much for taking time out to be here. And yes, I will be putting my masterclass link everywhere. Is prep today. If you got my email this morning, you could have potentially already registered, which would have been the smart thing to do. Yes. So if you are leaving this podcast with one nugget, one thing that you're like, they need to know this about you, about Jesus, about life, whatever you want. One nugget to leave them with. What would it be?
I would just say, mind your mind. There's no point of earning 6 and 7 figures if you're not going to have salvation. You know, in Ephesians 1, it says that the Lord chose you and I before the foundation of the world. I would just be spending my life figuring out why that is, finding the value that you have and the value that you can commit to others, finding someone like Tenille that can help coach you, lead you, and guide you through what it is that you need, and then go be a gifting to the marketplace ministry. God bless you guys. Appreciate you guys. Thanks so much, Smiles. God bless.
Yay. Thank you so much. Stay happily healed, Darren. And y'all, follow him. Do all the things, okay? Um, I've been following him for 3 years, and together we follow Jesus. And that's pretty awesome. Let's look at some comments here. He's gone. Yes, United States food. That's fishy. Let me see. Live from Florida. Hey, Nettie. Nettie says, my aunt's she had it so bad and she had to change her soap and detergent. And I got another friend. They find it in her blood, and another friend, she had to go to the beach in salt water to heal. Are you talking about eczema? What are you talking about? Oh, thank you so much. Tenille knows her stuff. She's an educator on health and wellness. Thank you so much. I do have a degree in nutrition. I know it could be like, oh, she's talking mess. No, I have a degree in this also. So I would say for one nugget to leave is get information about your blood. It tells everything. Absolutely. You can look completely fine on the outside, and on the inside, your body is screaming. All right, let's see what these other places say. Yes, indeed. I've learned so much more about chronic illness and symptoms, and it's okay to ask questions and challenge prognosis, etc. Absolutely, Sonia. Let these people know. Let these people know. You are not a tree. Make a move, okay? You don't have to do exactly what any doctor says. You always have a choice, is what it is. You always have a choice of whether you're going to listen to what a doctor's telling you to do and to what degree, because you're not a test subject except for in your own test. Track everything, track it all, and then you make a informed decision. I don't mean just fly off the rails and be like, I saw somebody on YouTube do this thing, and then just do it. That's what I'm talking about. Don't do that. Don't come back to me and say that Tenille said to do that, because I didn't. I am saying go ahead and figure out what is the right combination for you. Beautiful wisdom here. Thank you for sharing this today. Thank you so much, Bren. Super value, value. Thank you so much. Amen, amen. You are both so solid and true. Great afternoon from Strong Island. Saves hospital. Say what? Yeah, that's crazy, right? I was doing my last year of nutrition training, and I was in that hospital that I was working at. I didn't know each other at all. At all. Literally. We both weren't in that company yet, all of it. Just, circumstances, the Lord bring you all together. Great afternoon from Washington, D.C. Hello. Thank you so much. And I don't have a favorite song, person who keeps commenting that. It depends on my mood. Today, the song that's in my head it's not super great. I won't be sharing that one. And I didn't know who you're talking to, me or Darren. But I appreciate your comments because you left a lot of them. That was great. My boy, try not to laugh. I've peeped that. Fibromyalgia is the politically correct term for chronic pain that physicians cannot accurately identify. That's insanity. So fibromyalgia, as I've seen it, is a nerve problem where you feel lots of extra pain, but that could also be it, that they just don't know how to diagnose it. That flower is holding her whole hair in place. No, not at all. Thank you, though. See, look at it. I always have a flower, though. I love to have a flower. Okay. So sorry to hear about the raw milk may help. Oh, maybe not. Lactose intolerance. Yes. Y'all left a lot of great comments. I'm going to let y'all go. Y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your comments, your support. I appreciate. I love y'all. Please, if you have not yet, the link is live. It is live. Every platform, it is live. My link for my masterclass that will be on the 28th of this month is live. Okay, it is. Let me look at it before I say it. From illness to brilliance. Yeah. From illness to brilliance, how to rebuild your health, energy, and life. Vegan edition, because it will always be vegan edition, because what? She's vegan. She's vegan. All right, y'all. This is fun. We should do it again every Monday for the rest of our lives. I would love that. Y'all have a gorgeous, gorgeous day, a gorgeous start of the week. Hope you had a safe and happy, healthy 4th of July. I want to see you in this masterclass. Don't play with me. I will come to your house. Okay. Let me not get on the internet, get banned from something. I love y'all. Stay happily healed. Bye.